You know, I was a pretty healthy senior citizen up until November of 2020. Used to do a lot of hiking and felt I was in pretty good shape, with the exception of moderately high blood pressure. Really, that was all that was wrong with me. Trouble started with a sinus infection that progressed to infect my whole sinus cavities, my ears, the ear infections, and jaw, around my jaw area, and so on. The pain over a period of a few weeks just got very, very intense and unbearable, and there wasn't really any painkillers that I was prescribed by the doctor that could touch it. It was like the pain level was like a 10 out of 10, day and night, and I couldn't sleep, and during the daytime, daytime and nighttime, I just paced the floor and trying to cope with this pain, a very, very intense pain. After several months of this, I just couldn't deal with it. Came to the conclusion, like the Apostle Paul, I'd rather be in heaven than going through this experience. That seemed like a much better option, and likely the road where things were, that's where it was going. We had been out on a hike. I just decided I needed to get some exercise. Maybe that'll help me sleep. But I was in my emaciated condition and weakness and pain, and I went on too long of a hike. We ran into some friends on the trail, and when they looked at me, they were shocked, and they immediately said they wanted to pray for me, and they did, right there on the trail. Other people walking by, and husband and wife, their name's Bob and Bev Dirksen, they laid hands on me and prayed. I couldn't hear them because I had, I was deaf in both ears, and I couldn't hear. I was shaking and weak, and thought, I wish they'd let me get going, or let me lay down or something, because I couldn't hardly stand up anymore. It was that night that I woke up with no pain. The pain was gone, totally gone. All I could feel was sort of like a pleasant numb feeling across my head. And that was the beginning of a healing journey that I've been on now for several months. Eventually, they did decide that I did have cancer in the sinus area, and that I needed immediate surgery to take a deeper biopsy. When we got the diagnosis of cancer, and there's a lot of certainty in the doctor's mind that that's exactly what it was, we asked our family and those that were close to us, because I was going into surgery the next day after being diagnosed with cancer, we immediately got a hold of our family and siblings and so on and asked them to pray and believe that God would undertake for me. And he did. And it came as a rather confusing for the doctors that were that did the surgery, because they had certainty, and they even had the agreement of my family doctor that yes, that definitely is cancer. And so when it turned out not to be, they didn't really know how to explain it.